In keeping with the topic of sleep, sleep deprivation has a major impact on our overall health because the body regenerates itself when we're sleeping. It builds up its defenses and creates a whole lot of new cells. It organizes its memories and thoughts. So getting quality sleep should be a top priority for all of us. So our second feature from the Real Health Medicine cabinet, we have a sleep capsule which promotes good quality sleep or sleep patterns. Before we get into it though, let's first understand the causes and symptoms and natural solutions for treating sleep deprivation. It's actually a lot of people suffer from sleep deprivation without being aware of it or not knowing what to do. Because, you know, it's the age-old question, is it 6 hours of sleep? Is it 8 hours of sleep? So let's start off with what is the definition of sleep deprivation and when does it become a problem?
Sure. So sleep deprivation really is just when you've had too little sleep to the extent where it's actually affecting your performance, your functioning, and your alertness, and your ability to maintain function on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But alertness is the main thing.
Okay.
So with that comes a whole lot of things, you know, concentration, mood,
memory
focus,
loss or recall problems,
recalling things. All those things can be involved when you don't get enough sleep.
Yeah, and mood is a big one. Some people, they become so irritable and so crabby, you just want to go and tuck them in, maybe sing them a lullaby. But it definitely is, it's not a nice thing. But some people, I think, it's becoming a norm. And they're so far below optimum that they think this is the way life is.
Yeah, the modern lifestyle definitely plays a big role there.
Yeah.
You know, the work day has become longer.
Yeah.
People are more driven. People are driven to perform better at work. They want to make more money. All these things play a role to actually make people work longer and sleep less. Some people even do it on purpose, you know.
Yeah, some people that say sleep is for the dead.
Yes, you can sleep when you're dead.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that. I sometimes do that, but I catch up on my sleep.
Oh, okay, so let's talk about sleep debt. Can you catch up on it?
It's not a good idea to try and catch up a whole weekend of sleeping. That's definitely not a good idea. But how you can catch up on sleep debt is if you've missed, let's say you had a week where you had to get up earlier and you had to go to bed later than usual.
Yeah.
And maybe you lost 2 hours every night. You can make that up over the weekend by simply just going to bed an hour earlier and getting up an hour later.
Okay.
2 or 3 days in a row. That's how you catch it up.
Okay.
Or to have one good long sleep of 12 hours and then catch it up an hour at a time afterwards.
Because you don't want to break a cycle.
You don't want to break a cycle, but you also don't want to overdo it, that you oversleep, and then the following night you can't get back to a good rhythm. Because you've had too much sleep. That's not a good idea.
So what is it 6 to 8 hours? Some people say they can function on 4 hours of quality sleep.
Yeah.
Some people say I need 10 hours because I don't feel normal, you know, without that.
Look, first of all, for the people who function on 4 hours of sleep, yes, it is possible, but those people usually might have a short nap during the day.
Which they don't tell you about. They cheat. They have that nap.
It's not really a nap. It's a lie down and being in a peaceful, restful, almost in a meditative state for about 20 minutes. And if you do that twice a day, 3 times a day, you can actually function on 4 hours sleep. But most people will not be able to do that. It's also very often, I mean, I've been to events where motivational speakers talk and they pride themselves on sleeping 2 or 3 hours.
Yes, yeah.
But then you see the same guy, 9 o'clock he's drinking a RB energy drink.
Yeah.
And
or
11 o'clock he's drinking
this big.
a big coffee this big, and 4 o'clock he's doing the same thing. And that's not a wise idea. So ideally, for good health, anywhere from 6 hours to up to 11 hours, and there I'm talking about adults from about 25 up to 70. But as you grow older, from about 50, 60, the amount of time that you require to sleep does maybe drop by 1 hour.
Okay.
And before your 20s, your sleep time is longer, definitely.
For some people that they don't realize how it truly is impacting them, you know, on a psychological, physiological level, you know, besides what we've spoken about, talk about sleep deprivation and how much deeper it goes. For example, libido and affecting libido. Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, sleep deprivation can have an effect from almost here to here.
Yeah.
It affects your brain, it affects your mood and all these things, but even things like asthma, allergies can be related to sleep deprivation. And on the other side, those conditions can also cause sleep deprivation.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
But if you go deeper, the effect on your system is quite profound, to the extent that, and this is a very wide topic, but there's one specific hormone or hormone relation that can be affected, which is the cortisol and testosterone ratio.
Yeah.
Those two hormones play a very important role in your metabolic balance and metabolic health, so to speak.
Yeah.
And they affect, if that balance is out, it affects a whole cascade of events that can really lead to immune problems. It can lead to heart disease. It can lead to diabetic problems, etc. So just for a brief overview, did you know, for example, that people who are sleep deprived actually has lower insulin levels? So their blood sugar levels would automatically be higher than it should be.
Okay.
People who don't get enough sleep typically have higher blood pressure. So not a good situation to be in.
Yeah.
They are more susceptible to catching things like flus and colds. And they are also susceptible to actually take longer to heal. So it really is a deep, deep, deep impacting problem.
On your quality of
Absolutely,
life. Yeah, definitely. Well, stay right where you are, because when we come back, Dr. Cashbaumer will be sharing solutions to combat sleep deprivation. It's just some lifestyle changes that you can implement for yourself and the entire family as well. So we'll see you in a short while. Thanks so much for watching Real Health. We're continuing our chat with Dr. Werner Cashbaumer about sleep deprivation and what we can do about it. We always talk about sleep hygiene, and I feel like even though I know what to do, I don't implement it. Dark curtains and making sure there's no light in the bedroom, and especially the blue light and light from our tablets. What else do you recommend, to your patients?
Okay, so a simple thing that one can do is an hour before you actually want to go to bed, start detoxing.
Okay.
So dim the lights, make the room darker, try to get the fluorescent lights off. Anything that's bright, turn it down. Number 2, maybe do a little bit of gentle exercise, meditation, breathing exercises, warm bath.
Yes.
Very helpful.
That's what I enjoy, with some lavender in there. Yeah.
Other people find that a cold shower is more helpful. So you just need to experiment which one is better for you.
Okay.
But the effect of water certainly has a calming effect. Then definitely, you talked about the blue light. Yes, unfortunately, we've become so busy with these things, and people go to bed with their cell phone, checking SMSs, checking WhatsApp, and all these things. And that light from cell phones, from computers, your laptops, the iPads, etc., absolutely, it does affect, it actually suppresses the sleep initiating process. Part of the cleansing before, or the detoxing before going to bed, is not taking stimulants. So you've got to remember, stimulants are things like nicotine, caffeine, tablets, cell phones. Exercise, again, can actually be a stimulant.
Yes, if you've exercised too late.
Over-exercise, what I said earlier, just a gentle walk or gentle meditation or gentle stretching, not over-exercise. So any stimulant for that matter, at least 2 hours before bedtime.
What are things that you personally do that you've seen makes a huge difference?
For me personally? When I am sleep deprived, because, like for example this morning, you have to get up early to get to Johannesburg, etc. So yes, I'm sleep deprived. It's okay if it's one day, but if it's a couple of days, then I catch up that sleep. I definitely try to do that. But for me, it's a cool room. It's definitely winding down beforehand. If I've been in front of the computer and those things, I battle to fall asleep. So certainly I found that being away from the cell phone, I don't even put my cell phone next to my bed anymore. I try to put it on the floor or on a table away from me.
Is that because of EMF frequencies?
EMF frequencies, but also because of...
a message
if it's
comes
right
through,
here, something
or
goes ping. A very simple thing that I found, I don't know about all phones, but certainly my phone has that facility to put on the sleep mode or the night mode. So from 10 o'clock, I don't get SMSs or anything anymore.
That is quite helpful.
It might be there, but there's no notification. When I really struggle, breathing exercises, and there's a very simple thing that I found. I can't even remember where I learned it, but it's where you breathe in slowly for 6 seconds through your nose and then out through your mouth, also for 6 counts.
Okay.
But before you do that, you actually tense the muscle. So it would go like this. You tense, you breathe in, and you would tense your eyes, and you would relax with the blow.
Okay.
And you would take that with the muscle groups down the face, the neck, the shoulders, the chest, the stomach, the legs, the feet.
So actively mentally forcing the body to relax
makes a massive difference. I've often found myself, I can't even remember that I reached my legs.
Yeah.
Boom, out.
And you're out.
Yeah.
Love that. That's a great tip. So the Real Health team tried the Flora Force sleep capsules. I tried them as well. I've given them the thumbs up. They really help calm me down as well. People have reported better sleep, and feeling rested when they wake up as well, because it helps with insomnia and anxiety, because that's a good thing. I think maybe that's where it helped me the most is, what do I have to do tomorrow? What did I not do today? That's affecting your sleep. You know, you don't have the ability to organize those thoughts and memories, and then that's where you find the sleep deprivation becomes
And then you
issue.
get anxious about not sleeping.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm that type of person. So it definitely helped me with that. So what makes it unique?
Most sleep herbal products out there actually contains valerian. Ours doesn't.
Okay. Okay.
It's only passiflora, which is your passion flower, and some hops and lavender. So we have those three, and they have a very nice synergistic effect.
Lavender is wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not to put you to sleep, but to calm the system down. That's really what the formulation is about.
Who can take it? Who can't take it?
Okay, so anyone can take it with there's a caveat to that. So contraindications would definitely be for people who are on hormonal treatments or who have hormonal issues, because hops it is actually a hormonal, so it can affect estrogen. So anyone who has tumors or those things that are affected by estrogen needs to be careful of that. For people who are on central nervous system depressant medications, so those. Alcohol, by the way, is a central nervous depressant, and we should actually have mentioned alcohol.
I was going to ask you now, because every time you mention hops, I know that when people hear hops, they think of beer. So, using alcohol to fall asleep is not a good thing.
The thing about alcohol is, one drink can possibly help you to fall asleep, but even that one drink does actually interfere with the quality of your sleep.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
So, it's not a wise thing to use alcohol to fall asleep.
Fantastic. And where can we get it?
You can get it at health stores, pharmacies, discounts, Faithful to Nature, all the main retail pharmacies.
Awesome. Great having you on the show. Have a safe flight back to Cape Town as well.